hey family, thank you so much for joining me for today's Daily Dose. Our verse today is found in Proverbs 3:13, and it says this: "Joyful is the person who finds wisdom, the one who gains understanding." There's an old saying that states, "Ignorance is bliss." Bliss, for those who may not know, is perfect happiness. In other words, those who don't know anything are supposedly always very happy. However, I've seen some indicators that perhaps us humans have gotten this concept all wrong. And how do I know that? Well, I've met many ignorant people that were anything but happy. Now, before you jump to conclusions, let me explain. Ignorance is a lack of knowledge or understanding on a particular subject. When it comes to God, there are many ignorant people in the world. This isn't to say that they're stupid. They simply don't have correct information about Him. They don't know Him. Perhaps you see where I'm going with this? And if not, I'll state it plainly. The ignorant people that I've met who are not happy don't know God. And here's the sad thing. Some of them sit in the pews or chairs of our churches around the world every weekend. If, as we've discovered with our last couple of Daily Dose episodes, God is the source of wisdom, then we've got a major disconnect on our hands. As our verse today describes, those who have wisdom of God and from God are joyful. Why then are there so many Christians who have no joy? Before we move on with this concept, we have to also define joy, because growing up, I was ignorant of what joy actually meant. See, joy isn't a temporary state of happiness. Instead, joy can still be felt and understood even in times of sorrow. For example, a dear friend of mine passed away just some time ago, and it was sad to see him go. Yet inside of me, I still felt joy because, well, one, I got to know him before he passed, and it was a blessing. And two, I know that I'm going to see him again when Jesus returns and raises the dead. So I've got every reason to be joyful. To be truly joyful, we must have wisdom of God. And it's through a relationship with Him that we come to understand God more and more. It is through this relationship that God's wisdom is poured out upon us. It is through this relationship that we experience joy every day of our lives, no matter the circumstances. We must connect with Him so that ignorance fades and wisdom reigns. You see, bliss doesn't come from ignorance. It comes from a right relationship with Jesus Christ. Well, thank you once again, family, for tuning in for today's Daily Dose podcast. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button in your favorite podcasting app so you'll be notified when new episodes drop. And also, do me a favor, share this podcast with your friends. I would love to have your friends be listeners along for the journey as well. I hope that you have an amazingly blessed day.